What's going on, guys? So, we're back to the Kyler Murray situation in Arizona. Now, apparently, he regrets scrubbing his Instagram. Regrets all this. Still don't know for sure if the rumors about him demanding a trade for CeeDee Lamb are true or not. But this guy just, boy, Shine on Sports talked about it this morning on XM Radio. Adam Shine. Just hilarious and absolute great host of a sports talk show. Said they've been screaming it for years. How about you complete a meaningful pass and a meaningful game? He's acting like a brat. What do you guys think of Kyler Murray? Would you trade for him? Would you release him? Would you pay him Patrick Mahomes-esque money, Dak Prescott money, Russell Wilson money, so on and so forth? What would you do with Kyler Murray? Or would you put the screws to him and say, hey, you don't want to play next year? Fine, we'll draft your eventual replacement this year. And not only that, you won't get paid and you'll lose a year of eligibility because you're under contract with us. Even without your fifth-year option, you don't have much of a choice. You can sit there and try to get people on your side, but this looks like a giant baby screaming and crying that he's not getting everything he wants. Well, in life, you don't get everything you want. So I don't know why he should be any different. But I think he's overrated at this point. I'm waiting for him to show up in a big, meaningful game. I haven't seen it yet. He's got athleticism and all that. That's great. So did Cam Newton. And when he ran around too much and got hurt, he didn't work on his craft enough. Sadly, his career's ended way too soon, in my opinion. I believe if Cam from the start and his coaches had worked on his mechanics and on his throwing and his accuracy, really grinded with him, and if he had done the same thing, he'd still be playing in the NFL and he'd still be in the playoffs and leading the Carolina Panthers to a possible Super Bowl. But they didn't do that. They relied too much on his running, and he allowed that to happen as well. Kyler Murray's heading in the same direction. And I hope it changes because he's a good kid. He's throwing a temper tantrum. It happens. But this is ridiculous. You're not even out of your first contract yet. As you see it with a lot of athletes now, like, oh my gosh, I'm so much better. You're replaceable. Tom Brady's replaceable. It's just, are you harder to replace than others? Right now, Kyler Murray's nothing special from what we've seen on the field. He hasn't won any playoff games. He hasn't been to a championship or a Super Bowl. You can say it's the staff and the Cardinals' fault, or you can put the blame where it belongs. Because Tom Brady didn't have the athleticism. Tom Brady didn't have the arm. And Tom Brady just won Super Bowls with less talent than what Kyler Murray's had around him. If we're being honest, Tom Brady didn't have DeAndre Hopkins. He had Randy Moss towards the tail end of Randy Moss's career in 2006 and 7. He got an older Randy Moss. He made Wes Welker better than what he was with Miami or the Rams. He made him better than what he was. Now, Wes Welker was a good receiver, but if he'd stayed in Miami, would you have seen that Wes Welker? Probably not. Not without Tom Brady or Drew Brees or Peyton Manning. Wes Welker can say what he wants, but look who he's played with. Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Pretty good company. Before that, he was nothing. He was on the depth chart. He was 5th on the depth chart of the Miami Dolphins, who had no great receivers really in front of him. So Kyler Murray, he thinks he's irreplaceable. There's quarterbacks in this draft. There's a slew of quarterbacks next year in the draft that you can be replaced. I hate for that to happen. I like to see him just say, look, this was a misunderstanding. I'm going to get to the grindstone. We're going to go to the Super Bowl this year. That's my goal, is to play my butt off, and I'm going to earn my next contract. I'd love to see that. And heck, because of all my distractions and all, and I haven't played well, and I've only had one great year, I'll take a discount this time, and I'll ball out the next couple years of that second contract, and I'll show you guys I'm worth a bigger contract. I'd love to see it. I don't think we will, but that would be awesome because that's what Tom Brady did. He took pay cuts, and he didn't get everything he wanted. And he was winning Super Bowls and taking them to the playoffs every year, winning playoff games every year, and going to championship games every year. I mean, just consistently. 10 Super Bowls and won 7. That's 70% winning percentage of Super Bowls that you've been to. So I don't. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Patrick Mahomes. You didn't hear this from Patrick Mahomes. He kept his nose to the grindstone and said, look, I'm going to keep going to championship games and Super Bowls. And then they offered him the contract. He didn't whine and steal about it. He let his agent and the team work it out. He didn't do this. Tom Brady didn't do this because he didn't have to. Greatness doesn't have to do this. If we're being honest, greatness doesn't have to do this. So he's not great yet. I hope one day he is, because I like to see him have a great long career. But he's not setting himself up well right now with his actions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Roast me because, oh, you're wrong and Kyler Murray's the greatest. He's the next superstar. Or, hey, you might have a point. Maybe this guy's overrated. Maybe we put him on a pedestal too soon. Not even halfway out of his first contract yet. And, we put this guy on Mount Rushmore when he just belongs, as some of the rookies do, earning his way still and getting to greatness, which I think he can achieve if he changes his attitude. But right now it doesn't look good. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. Leave a like, subscribe, make more of these videos. I'm looking forward to it. This is fun for me. Got some more mock drafts coming up soon. Got some free agency videos coming up. My opinions. It's all going to change because you have the combine coming. You have free agency. You have trades. You don't know what trades are really going to go down until the draft just about, or before the draft. So there's a lot of things that could happen. Injuries. God willing, we don't have any major injuries to any big-time players or free agents or draft picks. But it could happen. So everything's going to change. That's just a constant, is change. Hope you guys like it. See you on the next video.